Mm. Mm. Made myself a muffin. Hey Jessica, how are you doing? Mm. The whole Qatar deal blew up in Trump's face. Now they're like, I don't know, $400 million plane. He's so dumb, dude. $6 billion golf deal. Mm. You know what it is? You've got too much on your mind. Your mind is racing. You got to practice clearing your mind. Try try listening to that Zen chants music. Um, and just focusing on the music and try to clear your mind of all the stuff that you're working on. It's common when you got so much projects on, you're thinking of all the different things you have to do, and it's counteracting your sleep. Mm. My egg, bacon, sausage muffin. You want to eat cherries, Mama, or no? Um, I don't know, man. Good question. Why don't you go and figure it out and get back to me? Figure it out and get back to me there. The MAGA trolls, dude. I love them. I love them coming in here, wasting their time making an account just to write one's comment, just to get. Uh, they think that they, they think somehow it's upsetting me. Hold on, let me put on my. Go make another account so I can block it there, Djibouti. And you can see they're racist in the account that they make, Djibouti. You know, they're not even subtle. Racist Nazis. Oh, shit, that's what I was making coffee for my wife. Let's see. What time are we leaving, Tommy? Huh? 7. No, we can leave anytime you want. Whenever you're ready to go. Cheers. Oh, man. Putting on your rice, Mama. Oh, you need a fried egg, don't you? You want fried egg? Rice, fried egg. Nah. Huh? You don't want rice, egg, and sausage? Your classic breakfast? No, I didn't cook it. Thank God I asked you. How about your sausage? What's up? Pissed off. How you doing? Good morning. I guess I'll be in the car. You're right. When are you leaving? 7 earlier. When? Put the play away. Just let me know. Now, wait for your rice. Your rice still is cooking. Why did you ask me that? Because I was going to cook your egg and have it ready for you. Here's your newspaper. Okay, where are you going now? Just walking. Just walking. Your sausage is there. Your coffee's there. What's there? Sausage is cooked, yeah, in the pan. Oh, cooking, my cooking work is done. Go for a little bit of walk. So let's grab my other. It's weird how Google still is not. It it didn't burn coming out, but it flushed out my system for sure. Dude, I went to the toilet like 3 times. It did its work. Sun's already up. It's 6:30. Look, the sun's way up. 6:30. I cut all this. Look at how beautifully I cut this. I cut this up here too. Yeah, you there? Go for a little bit of walk. I left this up because this is rape seed. This has like a million fucking seeds in it. Let's see, this thing started. Hold on. Why that's on. All right, this can plug into here. Cool. This can plug into here. Yeah, I got my rig set up. Go for a little walk. What's up, little crow? What's up? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? How you doing? You been taking a bath? How you doing? Nothing to throw away. Where's your sister? Where's your sister? Where's your sister? That crow. Can you see that crow sitting right there? What are you doing? Huh? What you doing down there? I went down for a bath or something. It's kind of chilly this morning. What's up, Hurst? Grab these things here. Break off this here, and then shake it as I'm walking. Shaking the seeds here. Shaking the. So I'm planting on the concrete. Well, the wind will blow it onto the sides. You know, the birds have been eating at picking open seeds. It's chilly today. Yeah. They're curious animals. They're so smart. Crows are so smart. It is cold. It's chilly. Look at that sunrise. Look at that over the water. Isn't that beautiful? Sunrise was probably around 5 a.m. That's how early sunrise is in Japan. Just taking a walk. Here's the other crow right here. They're a couple. Look at this guy. Well, you just saw a worm. So that crow there, I don't see its sister. Look at it flying at me here. Look at it. That crow was born in those trees right there. There was usually two of them, but looks like they've split. Maybe his sister found a mate, or maybe she's sitting on the nest in the trees there, right? Because it's a chilly day, probably, and that was the male looking for food, running along the road. So maybe that's not the. I'm just moving these rape seeds. So I take these rape seeds like right here. So nice spot right here. Just throw those seeds like right there. Now they'll open up and there'll be a big patch of rape. The ducks usually don't hang out. Well, sometimes they hang out here. It's cold. It's a little chilly today so far. It looks going to get hot today. We can see all the rice fields. All the rice has been planted in there. This is what this is my little area here. I was working on this the other day, laying down the ground cover like that. You know, I didn't work on this section here, but I worked on this section here. Looking for my plants. So these are my plants. These right here. This is my plant right here. So I want that. And this is my plant right here. This is right. So these little purple flowers here. You see that? See that? See these little purple flowers? And then I can just dig this up like that. And that's my plant there too. And there's a baby one coming up here. It's all fresh. So even though they did all this, the roots under here survived. Here's some more of my little purple flowers. All right. Here's some more of my plants. So it must have hit the concrete right there and popping up here. Kind of cool. See, here's some more right here. So I can go down here and lay down the ground cover right around here. See? So this little purple plant doesn't have any competition. Put it all around it. There's some more of it right there. Right there. And what happens is these will grow really big, and then I'll break them up and spread them out. There's some more of them right here. Right here. See that? There's some more right in these bushes right here. See that? So I'm grabbing this cat's. It's called cat's tail, I think. This stuff here, right? And laying it down around it. They're just creating. It creates the weeds or the ground covers, right? I lay down. See? And then pull out there, right there, right there. This is the plant I want. Now, see, right here. And these will grow up really big. This here I don't want. This is duckweed. There's some more down here, but right here. Here. This here is actually, this is another plant right here. This is one of my plants right here. It's called lemon balm. Another plant of mine survived here. Look, lemon balm. This is like a mint right here. All right, so I can use this ground cover. Really nice. Lay it down around it. All right. like that. See? Like that. See? Really nice. Here's another one in here. Right in here. This. I want this plant right in here. So using weeds. There's another one right here. That's it. So as I walk, if there's any more here growing, it looks like nothing here survived. I had it all going up to here, but I'm not going to go here. I'm going to be building starting here. I hope they don't take out that tree. That poor tree's going to get cut. And a nesting place. Oh, look, see? This is mine right here. Another one right there. Such a great ground cover, this stuff. Hopefully they won't do it here because this is palm leaf raspberry. Yeah, there's another one back in there. Right there. Well, they spend a lot of money supporting their people. You know, like all this stuff here, when they fix their rice fields, it's all free. The farmers don't pay. You know, they build look, they don't have it. Not like America, they wouldn't be like building the infrastructure like this levee. They're reinforcing, they're digging out, they're making the river deeper. They dug out all of this, tons and tons of, tons and tons of fucking river. They dig it out. And now they're going to start on that corner there. They're going to dig out that entire corner, right? They're constantly, but they're a small island, right? So this is where they're getting their sand for their construction, right? They have a sand problem. So where do they get their sand? They get it from the riverbed. And then they mix it with lime. They mix the sand with lime, right? This river, and that strengthens it. So when you mix it in with concrete, it's even stronger. So lime, concrete, sand mix from the river, and then they sell it to construction companies. So the county is actually making money by harvesting the sand in their riverbed, right, for concrete. Yeah, Cocos. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it. Cocos. It's a chain in Japan. It's like a McDonald's curry. It's like a McDonald's for curry in Japan. Usually, I never eat there. Relatively cheap meals, really fast, as you saw. Lots of choices. Just kind of really simple, straightforward. A la carte curry. Look at that. I gotta get my. I didn't get my exercise there in a while. So you stare at the sun, and you focus in on the ball, and then you really look into the tunneling effect. There's like a tunneling effect, and then stare at the neutrinos that are. You'll see these little black specks. Those neutrinos, and then focus in to the pattern right in front of your eyes. Yeah. There you go. And everything's a little bright after a while. Kind of good. Kuko's has been around a long time. She may have had it. It's like a McDonald's. What am I going to do today? Guess I may go back up the mountain and keep working on my. I forgot to upload the videos. Forgot to upload my video yesterday. I always forget to upload videos of my mountain trip. Amazing how dumb MAGA is. I mean, look what Trump is doing. He's going to the Middle East not for America, but for his own businesses because he's got deals in each of those cities. Look at this here. Look at this. Some bird got itself some crab. Look, ate the shit out of it. I wonder what picked up the crab. What do you mean, sun to fly? What? Which mountain? They're not. Well, we call them mountains. But those over there, all those mountains. They're not really mountains. I don't know. They're. I don't know what's a cross between a hill and a mountain. They're not really hills. They're bigger than hills, but they're smaller than mountains in my view. But my land is up over there. I don't know if you can see in the distance there. I've got land up there. Maybe I'll go hiking. Vic's got a plane? Or you got a plane, Vic? You can, hey, Vic, the other Vic. See if Brandon. Have a good day, Brandon. Oh, no, the deal fell through. His deal fell through. It varies. like a small plot of land, like house on, may cost you. I got my land for free. Let's put this in here. It varies though. It really does. Oh, that works good. Found a new way to do my phone. Wait for Tommy. I'm in the car now. Plug this in here. Let's plug this in here. Oh, it's you. What happened? Your other account get suspended, Vic? I'm in fuck. I'm in like the pissed off veteran where you would live. Fuck Yui, Japan. FUKUI. Seriously, FUK. I'm in fuck Yui. Pissed off. That's the only place an anti-MAGA, like, you know, fuck Trump, move to Japan. Yeah, the South Africans, they're South, the new MAGA clan, the Afrikaner. Dude, it's easy, dude. I came to Japan with no money, man. Now's the best time to come, only alias. Don't say wish. Stage, do you have your passport? Step at it, get your passport. Afrikaner. The Afri KKK, yeah. Afri KKK. I know, dude. You know who's coming over? It's the white trash, right? They probably had nothing. They lost everything. They're living in the ghetto. They're probably a bunch of fucking trailer trash African KKKers, bunch of MAGAs filling their ranks, trying to fill their ranks. But it's cool that that Trump's plane fucking crashed. You know he's not getting his plane now. Did you hear the latest on that? Popak was mentioning it. Was that yeah, he needs a war, dude. Yeah, so the latest is that now Qatar is saying no, we're not giving the deal because of all the backlash. So yeah, he's not getting the plane. He's not getting his fucking plane. You know how mad he is, dude. He's not getting it. It's like giving a 5-year-old, hey, I got this electric, car thing, and you can drive in it. And it's so amazing. And he gets to touch it. And maybe he gets to walk around in it. And now it's like, sorry, son, can't have it. He's fucking throwing, Trump is throwing a fucking tantrum right now. No big plane for Trump. No big plane for the big 5-year-old. Or maybe they're smart and they're using it as a leverage move, right? Maybe they're smart. But supposedly the attorneys or something, they're realizing they're really fucked on it because it's money laundering. It's fucking it's in the fucking Constitution. Emolument. I can't even say the word. Emoluments. No emoluments. It's so clear. So he's violating that. Clearly violating it. I mean, there's no ifs, buts, or ands. He gets that. I mean, he's clearly violating the Constitution. Emolument. Thank you there. Only. Yeah, so he's not getting his plane, but he signed a $6 billion golf deal, a $6 billion fucking land deal. He's so fucking corrupt, dude. And like all his MAGAs are like, oh yeah, that's good. Imagine if Biden fucking went to the Middle East and had his son Hunter sign a $6 billion land deal. It's just they're so fucking corrupt. It's just unbelievable, dude. I know. It's so sick, dude. These fuckers, dude. Eat the rich, Luigi. I want to get Luigi's Eat the Rich. That's a great name for a pizza place. Maybe I should call my restaurant Luigi's Eat the Rich. God damn, that's a good fucking name for a pizza place. Luigi's Eat the Rich. And then have each of the pies, the Zuckerberg. Dude, this is like a fucking brilliant idea. Then you have like the Trump pie, the Zuck pie, the all the billionaires, right? Eat the Rich. You get it? Luigi's. Each of the pizzas is named after a fucking rich person. Luigi's Eat the Rich. I should put it on the surfboard. We're gonna put that on the surfboard. Yeah, musky rat hole bar. Elon. Yeah, this is the Elon pizza. So the Trump pizza it'd be one like with got a great name for my restaurant at my house. You know, heard of Luigi's? Luigi is a guy that shot this billionaire health insurance because he couldn't. He was a young guy like you, ends up shooting someone, and now like Trump is doing all this work for all the billionaires. So I was thinking of naming the restaurant Luigi's Eat the Rich, and then have different pizzas and stuff. Have like the Zuckerberg pizza, the Elon pizza, the Trump pizza, and each one would be kind of like their theme. So like Trump would be hamburger, like be a hamburger pizza. Eat the Rich. Chub chicken. Be the chub chicken. Yeah. Luigi's. It's just a restaurant. Rich. It's just the name for a pizza. Eat the Rich. I think it would be Eat the Rich. Come to Japan, eat the rich. Move to Japan. Come to Luigi's, eat the rich. Maybe do it with emojis, like one of the emojis with the big mouth. Like you guys can do the emoji with the big mouth, like the red one, and that's eat. And then you put and then the rich, like a person emoji with a crown on it. When's your test? Oh, today? And then you're done.
Tomorrow.
Really? What test do you have today?
English and math.
Oh, two easy ones for you. Today's your good day. Huh? Yeah, you're doing like that's math. You're doing math like you're doing math that I did. Damn, I about ran that bird over. Did you guys see that bird view? The bird view? Did you see the bird like pretty much like on the windshield? It's flying away.
Are they now?
Vectors. Matrices is really important. With letting the numbers in a square, and you have two numbers in a square, calculating matrices. So like a number, think of a number like a 1 1 1 2 3 4, like in a box, numbers in a box, and you multiply them together, you get a new number called matrices. MATRICS, matrices. Yeah, something matrices. It's what very important for AI, for neural nets that use matrices. Or maybe I did more advanced. It's not that hard though. You multiply them together. There's a set rule to how to do it. Vectors. But it's all stupid because you have a computer can do all that shit. And, why do you need to learn it? Filipino dude. Now I see gaijins every day. I remember when I used to live here, I couldn't see any gaijin at all. Now I see gaijin everywhere. Oh yeah, the Trump roast Obama did. You talking about that, Vic? Well, there was. I don't know if you watch the British guy on 5 Minute News. You guys watch 5 Minute News? You guys watch 5 Minute News? Look at the last 5 Minute News. Not Piers Morgan. No, it's called 5 Minute News. It's on. It's one of the. It's on Midas Touch. It's a British guy. It's not Piers Morgan though. Different guy. Anthony. His name's Anthony something. Anthony something. Well, these are a bunch of Filipinos too, right here. These Filipino guys. All these Filipinos. It's like we got immigrants here now. What? No. You need to do your lung. Do my lung treatment. It's really easy. Just go to my garden, flip a bunch of stuff. Mazda. No, he didn't take care of it. I told him many times to, do his lung treatment. It's just a bacteria. You have a bacterial infection in your lungs, aggravation, and you're breathing in the oils that are protecting the plant from bacteria. That's all you're doing. It's not rocket science. It's very simple. That's why remember when you guys all got COVID and I didn't get COVID? Remember that? That's pretty amazing, wasn't it? That proved my shit works. I'm in a house. Everyone has COVID in my house except for me. I'm asymptomatic. That's your word, asymptomatic. Means when you got a disease or something, but you show no symptoms. Asymptomatic. Right? Asymptomatic. Which means A and then symptomatic. Asymptomatic. Symptomatic. Not showing any symptoms. Yeah, it's funny. But I was doing that. I was doing my breathing every day. Every day. I had a big thing on. I had all my going up for here. Huh? I'll go here. I'll go here. I just wanted to tease you. I had to get Mikey, remember?
Yeah.
That's fine. I forgot about Mikey, and then I remember Mikey. All right, have good luck on your test.
Okay.
Remember, do the easy questions first. You go through the easy questions, and then go back to the harder ones.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Right there. Teach my kids how to do a test. You know, that's just when you take a test, you basically you give it a 1, 2, 3, right? I just read through it really quick. So 1, 2, 3. All the rest of us. I know. Oh, my family was sick, dude. But I don't think and then they started doing my breathing, you know, my inhaler, and they felt they didn't have it that bad. But they wouldn't do it. And then they got really fucking sick, and then they would do it, and then they felt better. They didn't have COVID long. My free COVID cure. Oh, I hate that shit, dude. Oh, they got that fucking burr grass all in there. That shit is nasty. Let's see here. Different view. Yeah, that's same. I only got 2 vaccines. They're like, get third. I'm like, fuck no, I'm done with this vaccine. It's fucking don't call it a fucking vaccine if to take it like fucking not a vaccine. Vaccine is supposed to cure you from the shit, dude. Not have to come back and fucking take another one. That's weird how it took away your taste and smell. I love the red-headed swallows. There's a young one right there. It's learning to fly. I guess the swallows are already fucking coming out of their nest. Wow. Well, like a young swallow learning to fly, but it seems like it's a little too early for them to be coming out their nest. I got to go plant these tomatoes at this other location. Too. Maybe I'll do that this morning. Go to my farm. I got to plant tomatoes at the little. I have milk cartons. I want to grow the tomatoes up the milk carton. So they have massive root systems, and then the way you plant. I did this in Florida. It worked really well. Is you plant really deep rooted tomato plants, really deep, and they're like drought resistant. They work out really good. What about your mom? What's up, Tia? Oh, wow. 6 months, no taste. That's be horrible, right? Were you like? Did you try like really hot pepper? Pissed off? Did you try like super hot pepper? Like like blow out your spicy? Did you go like? Is that where you developed your number 10? You couldn't even feel the hot pepper shit, dude. Why are these kids fucking here? What the hell? I got fucking kids here walking along my road here with their mom. I got son running up ahead. I'm walking to school. There's a son running all by himself. The son's running all by himself. He's like, I'm a big boy. I know where I'm at. There's a hawk. Look at that hawk sitting up there on that clothesline. Look at that hawk up there. Look, waiting for a snake. Japanese kite. That's a young one. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Ah, fucking annoying human. Go find your breakfast. I need to clean up, wash my car. My car is filthy. Look at the mountains. Guess I'll spray down my car while I'm waiting for Mikey this morning. So how was your day? What did you do today? How did you spend your day today? Pissed off? This kid, look. Damn, he's riding his bike all the way to school. God damn, my son is so fucking spoiled, dude. There's a kid riding his bike to fucking his high school. I'm fucking taxi cab fucking dad here. Damn. Yeah, that kid is a little fat though. He needs to fucking ride his bike though. God, my kids has fucking got it easy with me. Yeah, it's my fault. I'm too easy going. Roll up. Oh, spray off my car. You guys just sitting here. I'll put on some here. Let's put on some some radio. Put this on here.
Power on. Bluetooth mode.
It's that Crystal.
Device paired.
Got a battle royale where Donald Trump just conjured up a phony success story with his fight with. Got a battle royale where.
Let's see. It's gone. Birthright citizenship's going on today. 10 a.m. Isn't it on? 15 hours from now, Supreme Court. JFK Jr., the nation's top health official, says people shouldn't take medical advice from him. That's pretty ironic coming from the person whose job is to give medical advice, right?
Now, people who YouTube で見ている方も多いと思いますが、実はアプリで見るともっと快適で。So what we are witnessing right now is a massive bubble market, and this video that was released just a few hours ago from Elon Musk Tesla is a representation and figurehead of that bubble market. So what is the bubble? The bubble is that all of these humanoid robots, this AI, this cryptocurrency, all this stuff.
This is what's going to come for your guns, baby. This is what's coming for your fucking guns.
Elon Musk and Tesla are in the Middle East right now, along with Donald Trump saying, hey, everyone, let's buy robots, etc. Have a listen to what Elon Musk has to say about this stuff.
That looks like fake, dude.
They're Robot Buddy. Everyone wants a Robot Buddy.
Yeah, Robot Buddy. You're going to have fucking...
So what we are witnessing of that bubble market. So what is the bubble? The bubble is that all of these humanoid robots, this AI, this cryptocurrency, all this stuff is the future, bro, and that you're all going to be friends. That's what they've been pitching in Saudi Arabia. Elon Musk and Tesla are in the Middle East right now, along with Donald Trump saying, "Hey everyone, let's buy robots, etc." Have a listen to what Elon Musk has to say about this stuff.
Who would not want their robot buddy? Everyone wants a robot buddy. Yeah, it's selective. Especially if you can take your dog for a walk, you know, mow the lawn, watch your kids. You know.
Yeah, it could have Kevlar fucking, what are you gonna do? Fucking full fucking Kevlar fucking robot carrying a gun, trained on 20,000 years of every kind of fucking, military. This is, this shit is legit. This is what's coming for your fucking guns.
Like you teach your kids.
So Elon Musk has been pitching this stuff for a long time, and last year, when he was pitching it back in September of last year, people were laughing at him, and he's gravely serious about this scam. He said it more
It's
than
not a
once. This is
scam.
him talking about it yesterday in Saudi Arabia. Have a listen.
My prediction actually for humanoid robots is that ultimately there will be
They're trying to cut a deal with the Saudis and the Israelis, right? So their point of view is let's make money, let's not kill each other. Okay, great. And now, how much money are we talking about to?
My back. I got pee. There you go. Good. You want to try it?
It's not what you do when you get put on the canvas. It's how you get up and how you fight. That's what we're watching with another Profile in Courage chapter by Judge Hannah Dugan, who, yes, got indicted yesterday in the District of Wisconsin in a one-way railroading indictment by the Department of Justice under Trump. Today is a new day. The sun rose, and her lawyers filed a motion to dismiss, claiming that she cannot be prosecuted or indicted. She can't be convicted because she has, wait for it, I'm going to use the I word, she has immunity. Guess what case she cited in order to support her argument? You're right, Trump's immunity decision. Oh, sweet poetic justice, cosmic justice come to fruition. And shout out to the lawyers for Hannah Dugan for not waiting around until the arraignment on the 15th or tomorrow, where she would be arraigned on the new criminally indicted charges. The indictment would be unsealed. They got ahead of it with the motion to dismiss, which I like a lot. I'm going to cover it right here on Legal AF. Hannah Dugan, I won't bore you with all the details, but you know what happened. You know, she is a criminal court judge presiding over cases and dockets in her courtroom, her courthouse in Milwaukee. And on one fateful day, on the 18th of April, she had before her a particular defendant on an assault case, a guy named Flores Ruiz. Mr. Ruiz, Flores Ruiz, only got another problem related to immigration. So immigration and custom enforcement, ICE, federal officers figured out through the database, the way he was being transported, that he was going to be in court with Hannah Dugan. Okay, so then call ahead with Hannah Dugan. Make arrangements to pick the guy up either on the way into the courthouse or on the way out of the courthouse after he's done with the metal detector. Well, what you don't do is what they tried to do on the 18th. You don't come guns a-blazing, metaphorically, six members of the federal, task force, the ICE, all showing up. Just sat outside and pick them up. And she said, "What is going on?" Defending the rule of law, defending the administration of justice. She alone has control of her courtroom and by extension the courthouse. She told them to go talk to the chief judge. She finished her hearing, did what she was going to do with that guy, and she sent him on his way. They didn't like that, and they charged her with obstruction and concealment in a criminal complaint. Another reason she said, as we know, is that they had in the hands not a judge's issued arrest warrant. They had an administrative arrest warrant from ICE. We can't trust this administration. Judge Dugan was right to turn that away. But a week later, rather than have her self-surrender on a criminal indictment, they went down to the courthouse and walked her and put her in handcuffs. Because the Trump administration wants to retaliate against state court judges, against the judiciary, make a mockery of us, and make an example of them. And so that happened a week later. And then they moved that criminal complaint into an indictment, and they got, after a full day of work yesterday, they got a significant majority of 20% to side with the prosecution. Please put out, remember though, grand jury proceedings, there's no defense, defendant, no cross-examination, nobody testifies on behalf of the defense, no evidence. So you can see why you can indict a sandwich. That's no joke. It's a guy. Hannah Dugan, Judge Dugan, had a choice. She could just, what we thought she was going to do, bar it off. So was to show up in court in front of the magistrate judge and plead not guilty. They would set bond, probably would be very low or nominal, let her walk out the front door, and we move on. I said, and a hot take I just did over on Legal AF about this matter here on Midas Touch. I said I believed, very, very quickly, today, tomorrow, quickly said today, there would be a filing for motion to dismiss. I was using this by example. Later on, almost within hours of this indictment, they had 33 motion to dismiss. So they did it. They did it within hours of the indictment. They filed the motion to dismiss. Now, let me preface it by saying, and I'm going to post it on the Legal AF Substack, where you can get all these kind of documents. I don't believe this is the final word for Judge Dugan. It's skeletal. Makes the right arguments. Only 7 pages. I think we're going to have to do better. I also scratched my head a little bit about where Paul Clement, the former Solicitor General under George Bush, who I had heard joined your team, and I don't see his name on this file. Maybe he's working on a bigger one. But here's what they said. There's 2 major reasons why Dugan cannot be prosecuted. It's because she has a duty as a judge, as a judicial immunity for all officials as a judge. So that argument is based on Trump versus the United States. Early on in the case, like now, before we get any further, the court has made a decision about separation of powers. But their argument is that she's allowed she's in power to control the courthouse. That her telling the ICE officers to wait out here and sending the guy out the door to another public hallway, that was all part of her administrative or justice and rule of in that courthouse. And you can't indict them, citing Trump. They also cite the contempt amendment, which is not often cited, but it's interesting. To remind you or to tell you the contempt amendment, it shows it's the core of our federalism system. It says that what powers will be reserved to the states after the feds take the power that they want to take. In other words, federal power is federal power, but whatever they don't take as federal power in a certain subject area is reserved for the states. It was a way to compromise with the states who really didn't want to necessarily join together in the United States of America with a federal government and a state government. And so what they were told was, you'll have states' rights up to the limit of whatever the federal power. If they don't step in and oust you from that, you have all of that power as a state. And it's very relevant, as they cite in their filing, which I'm going to read you in a minute, because 99.6% of all criminal matters in America are prosecuted. So they're saying it's state court. Federalism, as the 10th Amendment says, yeah, this thing should not just this will be considered by that. Don't ask the court where you have an issue. Maybe we'll see here again. Here's what they say in the first
This was the first global Japanese company to actually have more revenue outside Japan than inside Japan.
NTT データといえばシステムインテグレーションのリーディングカンパニーのイメージなんですが、なぜ世界で認められる存在となって
Honorable Hannah C. Dugan moves for an order dismissing the indictment. This is no ordinary criminal case, and Dugan is no ordinary criminal defendant. The government's prosecution is virtually unprecedented and entirely unconstitutional. It violates the 10th Amendment and fundamental principles of federalism and comity reflected in that amendment and the very structure of the United States Constitution. She's also entitled to judicial immunity for her official acts. Immunity is no defense to the prosecution, determined later by a jury in court. It is an absolute bar to the prosecution at the outset. See Trump versus the United States in 2024. She then goes on to talk about the immunity that she's entitled to have. Page 3, she says, judges are required to maintain control over courtrooms, especially courthouse. Generally, the issuance of an order removing persons from the courthouse in the interest of maintaining such control is an ordinary function of the court of God, judges. And they also remind the court that the subjective intent, even if there was subjective intent, is irrelevant when it comes to immunity analysis, again, citing to the Trump case. So what's going to happen next? Indictment happened. Arraignment is still going to happen tomorrow. I'll cover it. So probably bond out, bail out, or not have any bond or bail set against her. She will then, after, the case will then take on a new dimension. The judge, though, is being asked to consider right now upfront immunity and not let any other part of the case go forward. Otherwise, she would normally get a whole treasure trove of defense material. She'd get the witness statements the government has. She'd get all the grand jury sealed secret testimony from the grand jury proceeding. She'd get any documents and the rest as they develop their own defense case. And then they could refile the motion to dismiss at a later time. But I think they wanted this out there, both procedurally to talk tough, to show that they're in this to win it, and to put the government back on its heels. I don't think, though, this is the last paper. I would be shocked if Paul Clement is still involved with the case. Solicitor General under George W. Bush, a right-wing icon, if he's still involved with the defense of the rule of law, we're going to see a much better fight by him. But I guess maybe this reflects there was like an internal fight with the Dugan team about speed versus quality. I think this is okay. I mean, not to be a jerk about it, but this is okay. This is not as amazing a piece of writing as I'm sure the team could do in the time. So I'm sure we'll see it finally. And then we'll cover it right here. Now, you're already on Legal AF. Subscribe. Come on over to Legal AF, the Substack, where I post this motion to dismiss, and you can see it for yourself on Substack, along with a morning briefing that I do. I now give the floor to Mr. Tom Fletcher.
Mr. President, members of the Council, briefing you again on this subject is a grim undertaking. Before starting, I ask you to reflect for a moment on what action we will tell future generations we each took to stop the 21st century atrocity to which we bear daily witness in Gaza. It is a question we will hear, sometimes incredulous, sometimes curious, but always there for the rest of our lives. We will surely claim to have been against it. Maybe we will say we issued a statement, or that we trusted that private pressure might work, despite so much evidence to the contrary. Or pretend that we thought a more brutal military offensive had more chance of bringing hostages home than the negotiations which brought so many hostages home. Maybe some will recall that in the transactional world, we had other priorities.
Hey, those
Or
all.
maybe we will use
Have a
those
good day.
empty
Good luck on your test.
we did.
You didn't study though, did you? You did? All
Mr.
right.
President,
Remember,
let's start
easy
with
questions first.
policy and are mandated by the Council to
Yeah.
report. Israel is deliberately and unashamedly imposing inhumane conditions on civilians in the occupied Palestinian territory. For more than 10 weeks, nothing has entered Gaza, no food, medicine, water, or tax. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians have again been forcibly displaced and confined to ever-shrinking spaces. As 70% of Gaza's territory is either within Israeli militarized zones or under displacement orders. As my colleague from the FAO will explain, every single one of 2.1 million Palestinians in the Gaza Strip face the risk of famine. 1 in 5 face starvation. Despite the fact that the food that they save. The few hospitals that have somehow survived bombardment are overwhelmed. The medics who have somehow survived drone and sniper attacks cannot keep up with the trauma and spread of disease. Even today, European years again. The taste of the scale has a sound, a smell. It doesn't look. It's one of the people that gets quickly. Children scream. And yet we hear that we did all we could. Mr. President, our response as humanitarians is to make a single ask of the Council. Therefore, the UN and our partners are desperate to resume humanitarian aid at scale across Gaza, in line with the principles of humanity, partiality, independence, and neutrality. We have a plan. We've shown we can deliver, with tens of thousands of jobs reaching civilians during the ceasefire. We have life-saving supplies ready now at the borders. We can save hundreds of thousands of survivors. We have rigorous mechanisms to ensure our aid gets to civilians and not to Hamas. But Israel denies us access, placing the objective of depopulating Gaza before the lives of civilians. It is bad enough that the blockade continues. How do you react when Israeli ministers boast of it? Or when attacks on humanitarian workers and violations of the UN's privileges and immunities continue, along with restrictions on international and non-governmental organizations? Mr. President, this Council has adopted resolutions that demand all parties to the conflict comply with international humanitarian law and protection of civilians, including humanitarian personnel. A reminder that Israel also has clear obligations under international humanitarian law. It must treat civilians humanely, with respect for their inherent human dignity. It must not forcibly transfer, deport, or displace the civilian population of an occupied territory. As the occupying power, it must agree to aid and facilitate it. So for anyone still pretending to be in any doubt, the Israeli-designed distribution modality is not the answer. It practically excludes many, including people with disabilities, women, children, the elderly, the wounded. It forces further displacement. It exposes thousands to harm. It sets an unacceptable precedent for aid delivery, not just in the Philippines, but around the world. It restricts aid to only one part of Gaza, while leaving other dire needs unmet. It makes aid conditional on political and military aims. It makes starvation a bargaining chip. It is a cynical signature, a deliberate distraction that quickly will further violence and mistakes. Many of the still matters happening part. Mr. President, for the record, we have tried 12 times and again this morning with the Israeli authorities to discuss this proposed modality. We wanted to find a way to make it possible. We repeatedly explained the minimum conditions for our involvement on the basis of long-settled fundamental principles. Aid based on independent assessments of who needs it. The globally tested and donor-demanded basic requirement, and the ability to deliver aid to all those in need. And Secretary General said more insufficiency to international justice. Performance actions and establish civilians to mitigate warfare and the Resolution 2014